10 behaviors of a narcissistic wife towards her husband. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're discussing a topic that is sometimes overlooked: narcissistic behavior in women. It's important to address this issue because narcissistic women, including mothers, can cause significant trauma, particularly to their children. It's also crucial to remember that men can be victims of domestic abuse as well, but their experiences are often silenced due to societal attitudes. Although narcissism is commonly linked to men with grandiose behaviors, it's essential to recognize that it can also have harmful effects when displayed by women. In today's video, we will discuss how a narcissistic wife behaves towards her husband in a long-term relationship. Let's delve into this aspect of narcissistic behavior that is often overlooked. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for future video updates. You can go through the channel for more related content on narcissism and how to deal with such people. Number 1. Gaslighting and self-blame. In relationships with narcissistic partners, especially as a man, you might frequently feel like you are taking on the blame and doubting your own value. Your partner's constant criticism and dissatisfaction can make you feel inadequate and responsible for any perceived flaws in the relationship. This gaslighting strategy is meant to weaken your self-assurance and strengthen the narcissist's influence over you. Even if you try your best to make them happy, you will always seem lacking in their eyes, further reinforcing the idea that you are the issue. It's important to realize that this self-blame is a manipulation technique used by the narcissist to maintain power and control over you. Number 2. Lack of support and constant opposition. A narcissistic partner often does not offer support or act as an equal in the relationship. They may consistently take a different stance, which can erode your confidence and devalue your opinions. This behavior is rooted in their trust issues and difficulty forming healthy emotional connections, leading them to doubt your intentions. Instead of building a partnership based on mutual respect and trust, they see you as a threat to their stability. Recognizing this dynamic is key to breaking free from manipulation and reclaiming their independence and self-worth. Number 3. Intimacy manipulation. Individuals with narcissistic tendencies may manipulate intimacy in relationships, particularly if they initially used it for control. They might gradually withdraw affection and subtly induce feelings of guilt when you seek closeness. This manipulation is designed to diminish your self-esteem, leading to feelings of inadequacy. Consequently, you may begin to doubt the validity of your own desires. Ongoing rejection can leave you feeling isolated, reinforcing the belief that you are at fault in the relationship. Number 4. Isolation and alienation from support. Narcissistic partners try hard to keep you away from friends and support systems because they see them as threats to their power over you. If you try to make new friends or keep in touch with existing ones, they will push back and criticize you. They will closely examine your relationships, finding flaws in your friends or making up reasons to doubt them. They might even suggest spending time with people they know you won't get along with, all while pretending to be concerned about your well-being. This manipulation is meant to weaken your independence and strengthen their hold on you, making you feel stuck and isolated. Furthermore, if you question their choice of friends, they will brush it off as an attempt to control them, revealing the double standards that run throughout the relationship. Number 5. Undermining your worth. A narcissistic partner constantly feels dissatisfied and lives in a fantasy where you never meet her expectations. She criticizes you with hurtful comments that chip away at your self-esteem. From dwelling on past relationships to comparing you unfavorably, she makes sure you feel undeserving of her. This relentless scrutiny may push you to extreme measures to prove yourself, pursuing unrealistic career goals or striving for financial wealth. Despite your efforts, you can never fully meet her unending expectations. Number 6. Projection of past traumas. Dealing with someone who unfairly blames you for their past traumas and mistreats you because of it can be very difficult. In this situation, it can be upsetting to see how they use your feelings to justify their harmful behavior, making you feel responsible for their pain. Trying to talk to them about their actions could result in manipulation or gaslighting, creating a complex situation that makes it hard to break free from their control and the twisted reality they have created. Number 7. Queen-servant dynamic. In this relationship, she acts like the queen and you are treated as her servant. Instead of being equal partners, she controls everything, particularly when it comes to money. It doesn't matter if you earn more or not, you have to justify every expense and decision to her. If you don't meet her expectations, you face criticism and scrutiny. This situation takes away your independence and makes you feel like a subordinate in your own life. It's not healthy or normal to always feel accountable to someone else, especially regarding things that are part of your responsibilities as an adult. Number 8. Master of blame shifting. Regardless of what she does or where she goes wrong, she excels at making you feel responsible. Every issue, every mistake somehow ends up being pinned on you. Through gaslighting and manipulation, she makes you doubt your own sanity as you start believing it's your fault for her failings. Gradually, you're trained to shoulder blame for everything, even when it doesn't make sense. This sneaky strategy leaves you stuck in a loop of self-blame, strengthening her hold over you. Remember, her problems should not weigh on you. You are not to blame for her actions or their outcomes. Realizing this is the initial step towards regaining your independence and breaking free from her controlling grip. Number 9. Emotional absence. She is unable to emotionally connect due to her narcissistic traits. Conversations with her lack empathy or understanding. When you try to address how she has hurt you, she shows no remorse and dismisses your concerns by questioning what more you want. This emotional disconnect is rooted in her past experiences of shame and condemnation for showing emotions, preventing her from providing the emotional support you seek in a relationship. Number 10. Persistent threats of divorce. You may frequently hear threats of divorce or abandonment in your relationship, which can make you feel accustomed to them over time. Regardless of whether they are used as manipulation or an honest expression of dissatisfaction, these warnings contribute to your ongoing feelings of anxiety and insecurity. Despite how often they occur, these threats continue to be a powerful tool that creates uncertainty in your relationship. Now let's understand how these women use their manipulative tactics on their husbands. 1. Emotional manipulation and control. A narcissistic wife often employs emotional manipulation to maintain control over her husband. This can manifest in various ways. Initially, she may shower her husband with affection and attention, creating an intense bond. This phase, known as love bombing, is designed to make her husband feel special and indispensable. However, this affection is conditional and used to secure his loyalty and dependence. Once she has established control, she may use the silent treatment as a form of punishment. By withdrawing communication and affection, She creates a sense of anxiety and desperation in her husband, compelling him to seek her approval and reconcile. Then finally, she often resorts to emotional blackmail, threatening self-harm, divorce, or other drastic actions if her husband fails to comply with her demands. This keeps him in a constant state of fear and compliance. 2. Financial exploitation. Financial control is a significant tool in a narcissistic wife's arsenal. She may deliberately avoid contributing to household finances, insisting on extravagant expenditures while relying entirely on her husband's income. This creates a dynamic where he feels solely responsible for the family's financial stability, adding to his stress and sense of entrapment. To maintain control, she may sabotage her husband's career aspirations by belittling his achievements or creating crises that require his immediate attention, preventing him from advancing in his professional life. Narcissistic wives often engage in secretive spending, hiding purchases, or accumulating debt without their husband's knowledge. When confronted, they may deflect blame or downplay the severity of their actions. 3. Erosion of personal boundaries. Personal boundaries are frequently violated by a narcissistic wife. She may insist on knowing every detail of her husband's life, from his phone conversations to his social media interactions. This invasion of privacy is a way to exert control and ensure he has no personal space or independence. By spreading rumors or sowing discord, she may drive a wedge between her husband and his friends, isolating him from potential sources of support and reinforcing his dependency on her. A narcissistic wife may ignore her husband's boundaries regarding physical and emotional intimacy, insisting on her needs and desires being met without regard for his comfort or consent. 4. Public humiliation and criticism. Public humiliation is also a tactic used to undermine her husband's self-esteem. She may openly criticize and belittle him in front of friends, family, or colleagues, making jokes at his expense or highlighting his perceived flaws. This public shaming reinforces his feelings of inadequacy and dependence on her for validation. Sharing personal and embarrassing stories about her husband without his consent is another way to humiliate him and assert her dominance in social settings. Any achievements or successes her husband attains are downplayed or mocked, ensuring that he never feels a sense of accomplishment or pride independent of her approval. If you are facing any of these traits, there are high chances that are going through long-term psychological and emotional impact like chronic anxiety, depression, or post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Yes, you heard it right. Living under constant scrutiny and control can lead to chronic anxiety, making it difficult for the husband to relax or feel secure in any aspect of his life. The relentless criticism, isolation, and emotional manipulation can result in severe depression, causing feelings of hopelessness and worthlessness. And finally, the sustained emotional and psychological abuse may lead to PTSD, characterized by intrusive memories, hypervigilance, and emotional numbness. I hope the information I provided has helped you understand better dynamics in your relationships. It's important to identify harmful patterns and avoid blaming yourself. It's crucial to seek support since overcoming these patterns on your own can be very difficult. If you appreciated this content, please show your support by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Your support is highly valued. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Together, we can navigate these challenges. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and stay strong.